Talk with author Dre Lett is a show that informs, inspires, and motivates. All shows are taped in front of a live virtual audience. Make sure to follow us so you can be notified when a new show is available on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also follow us if you want to be a part of our live tapings. Grab your beverage and snacks, get comfortable so we can let's talk. Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk. I am your host, author Dre Lett. This is the show where we inform, inspire, and motivate during these tough times and beyond. So come on in and have a virtual seat so we can let's talk. You guys can view my shows live on Facebook and YouTube. All shows will also be where the pre-recording are there, and YouTube has the full library of all the shows dating 5 years ago. Can you guys believe it's been 5 years? Wow, time is really passing by so fast. So you guys, tonight, the holidays are right around the corner. So let's talk about recipes and amazing food. I'm thrilled to welcome my special guests, the talented chefs, entrepreneurs behind Cooking with Two Dope Chicks, featuring DANI and Sassy. They will be on the virtual stage shortly, and you don't want to miss this delicious conversation. But first, let's hear a brief message from our sponsors. You guys know I'm huge on entrepreneurship. I just love companies and individuals that step out on faith and they say, hey, we're going to make it happen. So with that, you guys listen to a brief message from our sponsors. And when we come back, I want to give a shout out to my Let's Talk fam. All right, here we go.
No, babe, I'm hungry. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Or you cooking? I'm cooking. You cooking. I'm cooking. You cooking. We cooking. And we are two dope chicks cooking.
We like to cook. Two dope chicks. We like to cook.
Birthday, she is being gifted a TV show. She is being gifted a TV show that she knew a little bit about, but she didn't know everything about. And those special people to her that have been asked to come here today have been asked to come because I'm inviting you to be a part of the TV show. So if you're one of the lucky ones to be sitting in this room today, you have the opportunity to say yay or nay, but you will be one of the guests on Cooking with Two Dope Chicks, DANI and Sassy.
Sons of Purpose, a view of biblical heroes through the eyes of 21st century men. Volume 3 is a devotional book featuring 40 inspirational reflections written by Michael Jones and 39 other men. It aims to encourage and uplift men in their faith journey by drawing parallels between biblical heroes and modern-day men. Readers are invited to use their imagination to explore the lives of these biblical figures and understand their connection to the story of Jesus Christ. The devotionals highlight how ordinary men today reflect the strength, faith, and purpose of their biblical counterparts. This book is available for purchase on Amazon by scanning the QR code. Chuck Birch Scholarship Fund presents Skating for Scholarships, The Experience. On December 10th through the 14th in Dallas, Texas, $15 admission fee. Come out and support this tax-deductible cause to raise money for college scholarships. Each night there will be a skater showcase with prizes for the winners. Scholarships will be awarded each night. 5 skate nights, 4 skating rinks, 1 great cause. For more info, scan the QR code. Detail Productions is a dynamic multimedia company offering a wide range of marketing and content services. We specialize in marketing consultation, social media content creation and management, data entry and analysis, as well as content writing, editing, and document production. Our team also produces and directs engaging podcasts and webcasts. We create high-impact social media ads and deliver tailored marketing solutions to meet your unique business needs. Whether you're looking to boost your brand presence or streamline your content strategy, we're here to help. Let DTO Productions elevate your message. Contact us today. You won't be disappointed. You guys, that was a message from our sponsor. You know how I am big on entrepreneurship. Yes, indeed. So you guys, please go out and support those entrepreneurs. Okay. So tonight, the technology guys want to mess with us, but that's okay. That is okay. I believe in a higher power. Things are going to work out smoothly. All right, you guys. So, in relation to what we're going to be talking about tonight, good food and the holidays is coming up and things of that nature. I have another special sponsor, and what they wanted me to do was to give them a formal shout out. So I said, absolutely. So let me share this with you guys. This is Dayu Noir. They are a a premium black owned South African wine brand that delivers real quality. Their wines come from the Western Cape and are all rated 90 points or higher. The sweet rosé is smooth with notes of peach and honey, and the Chardonnay is rich and French oaked age with hints of vanilla and tropical fruit. If you want to schedule a tasting or place an order in time for the holidays to go with those awesome dishes that you will have, please contact business at thedayurnora.com. Yes, indeed. They are also another African American business. So you guys make sure you go out and support them. Okay. That is huge. You know how I am about my entrepreneurs. Okay, you guys. So moving along, I want to give a shout out to my Let's Talk fam. I'm so excited to see them and hear them and talk with them and all that good stuff. So let's see who is checking in with the Let's Talk fam. Okay, that my loyal Let's Talk fam viewers, and if you want to be a Let's Talk fam, part of the Let's Talk fam, so to speak, you can. All you need to do is just watch the show live. Tune in to the live taping on YouTube and on Facebook, and you can chime in and say hello. And even if you're shy, you want to say hello after the show by inboxing me, you can do that as well. So we're gonna start out with Mr. Rockin' Richard Houston. Hey Richard, how are you, sir? Hope all is well. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. My girlfriend from Detroit, Michigan. She resides in Illinois right now. How are you, sis? Good to see you, Tanya. And Richard is so sweet, talking about getting hungry already. And we got hubby, one of the producers, and one of my fans that support me. I'm on the fans, but my loyal husband that supports me with the show, Mr. Mark Gant. Love you, babe. Mwah. The technology guys just want to mess around tonight. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Carla. Hey, sis. How are you? Good to see you. I'm so glad you are tuned in with us this evening. Yes, indeed. And those are the ones that are watching that aren't scared to say hello. And I totally get it. I totally get it. I understand. So you guys, what we're going to do is we're going to get into hot topics. And like I said, these technology guys, you don't mess with me. Don't mess with me today. I'm not playing. We need you to work. So with that being said, we're going to get into our first hot topic subject, which is kind of crazy stuff. As you know, all kind of stuff is always going on, and I have to decide on what I want to talk about. And I'm trying so hard to stay away from politics, but it's just so much juicy stuff around that subject right now. But I'm not trying to end up in a prison in El Salvador somewhere. So I'm just going to stay away from that. So, you guys, so this is the first hot topic for those of you that watch reality shows. I do. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I sure do. This is none other than, as some of you may know, according to Channel 2 Action News in Atlanta, there was an incident on a Delta flight over this past weekend involving Portia Williams, who is one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Apparently, Portia was escorted off a flight on Sunday evening after an incident happened during her flight from Las Vegas to Atlanta. According to a newly released statement from the Atlanta Police Department, it said that Williams and another passenger may have been involved in a verbal dispute that reportedly escalated into a physical dispute during an inbound flight to Atlanta. Lord Jesus. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, I went on and did a little bit, dug a little bit deeper, and I watched the body camera footage of the officers speaking with both women, as you can see there in the pictures at the airport. So the 70-year-old woman who's down there at the bottom, 70-year-old woman claims that Portia slapped a phone out of her hand after she asked Portia if she planned to play her Instagram loudly during the flight. According to her, Portia got upset, knocked the phone away, and now she wants to press assault charges. Really? Okay. On the footage, you can also hear the woman saying she's afraid Portia might have someone unalive her. Are you kidding me? The whole situation is wild. What do y'all think? I just know that it gives Karen vibes. Oh, did I say that out loud? Anyway, it just makes you wonder because it's like, is it that serious? Like, if it was over Instagram, somebody watching their Instagram, putting some earbuds, one of y'all, something, can we all just get along? I just think it's ridiculous. But anywho, I would think it's embarrassing because, when you're African American, you're held to a higher standard. So I don't know what's going to, what the outcome of all this is, but I do know it is just, it's not a good look. So let's hope and pray that it all works out and that the truth comes out. Okay. We're gonna hope and pray on that one. So the next one, this is crazy too, y'all. Oh my goodness. So this one is another Real Housewives that was arrested at the airport too. Oh my, what is going on with these reality housewives getting arrested in Atlanta? So according to TMZ, legal trouble for former Real Housewives of Potomac star Mia Thornton. She just got arrested in Georgia, in Atlanta too, and it's all on video. Mia was busted Wednesday at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport and booked into the Fulton County Jail on a larceny charge. Police body cam footage shows cops say Mia has been accused of stealing from a furnished condo to the tune of $11,000. Child. Police allege Mia moved out of the furnished condo last month and took furniture and a TV with her, with the condo owner filing a police report claiming Mia moved out without notice in the middle of the night. TMZ reached out to Mia's camp. So far, no word back. What do y'all think? Please put in the comments what y'all think about this one as well. My thought is when you're a celebrity, you're held to a higher standard, like I said, with the Portia situation. So the Real Housewives of Potomac now have 3 of its cast members being arrested. You have Karen, for those of you that watch the show, Karen was arrested, DUI, went to prison. Wendy, she was arrested and has some sort of charges on her for using, I think they said 40 different identity or 40 credit cards and all these different identities. Lord Jesus. And now Mia. So Mia, excuse me. It now makes you wonder when they show this glitz and glam on TV, are they really living a lifestyle or are they just faking the fog? Or what is going on? That's all I want to know. What do y'all think? I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. Let me look in the comments here and see what y'all saying. And again, y'all, I always go back after the show and I do look at the comments and see what's going on. Um, Richard said, "Whoever hits first in trouble." Yeah, yeah, it does make you wonder. Now, there were a bunch of witnesses that came up as the officer was interviewing Portia, and they said, "No, we saw the whole thing. She was wrong. She was wrong." But then the lady, I don't know her name. We're just gonna say Karen. She said that the flight attendant saw Portia slap the phone out of her hand. I don't know. Somewhere in there is her story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth, child. Okay, let's see what Carla said. Oh, Carla, girl, you gonna get me locked up. Carla said, "I'm fed up with white supremacy teaching each generation that you have the right to hurt, abuse, and even shoot to kill black people. Time to fight back like never before." Ooh, Carla. Carla turned up, y'all. She is turned up. Those are the views of Carla Burney. I'm not trying to be locked up in prison. No, Carla's my girl. Love you, girl. I understand. I completely understand your feeling. And Mr. Guest said emotions. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you don't know what people are dealing with. We don't know if Portia got on the plane and she was already turned up from something, or the Karen was turned up from something. We just don't really know the backstory, and you really don't know what people are going through or what they're dealing with. So and it's just crazy. And Richard also said bad publicity sometimes helps their career. You know what? That is so true. I believe that, Richard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Somebody do something bad and they got an album out, all of a sudden their record sales go up. You know, it makes you wonder. It really does. But in the case of me, how you gonna just steal some furniture and a TV? Like, girl. But there again, it might be a backstory to that. And but again, I will say this, that we are held to a higher standard. We have got to do better, all around, especially if you African American, and if you are a African American woman. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. One more comment here before we introduce our guest. Let's see here. Mark said you. Okay, hey, cuz she tuned in. She said she had to disconnect for a few days. I could not take any more negative in my life. Oh, I know. Sometimes I won't even watch the news. I can't. It's just so, it can be so depressing. And that's why I love our show, because it's all about the positivity. Of course, I'm gonna give you what's hot, but for the most part, we're trying to lift your spirits and be positive. So cuz I totally get it. I totally get it. So all right, without further ado, thank you, Let's Talk fam, for tuning in. Those of you that are watching this pre-recorded phase, I appreciate you as well. Send me a shout out in my inbox, and I will be glad to shout you out as well. Okay, so let's get into my guests. I want to formally introduce them. I'm so excited to have them on. I have been looking forever for a chef, a cook that could come on, that wasn't afraid to come on the show. Yes, indeed. These are my girls, y'all. Let me read the full bio about them. It is amazing. Okay. So I formally want to introduce them. This is two dope chicks. They consist of Sassy and Danny, a dynamic duo who brings serious heat to the kitchen. Danny, known as Chef D, is a certified culinary professional with an impressive background as a former restaurant BOH manager, head chef, and cooking instructor at a 501c3 program hosted at Deborah's Jazz Club. She's also the founder of Sandy Apple's Healthier Meal Options, Meal Prep, and Catering, and currently works in a renowned commercial kitchen for a major supermarket chain. Her right hand, Sassy, is both her sous chef and a talented baker in the same commercial kitchen. Together, these two powerhouse women share a passion for cooking, backed by over 50 years, 50 years of combined experience and more than 10 years of formal culinary training. Chef D envisioned a new, bold concept for a cooking show, and as a birthday gift, brought it to life for Sassy, as you guys saw in the ad in the beginning of the show. The result, a show that's far from ordinary. It's not just the flames from the stove that would be heating things up. Each episode features guests serving the tea while whipping up dishes that are fierce, flavorful, and unforgettable. This isn't your average cooking show, it's a culinary experience with attitude. You guys help me welcome to the virtual show Danny and Sassy. Hey, ladies.
Hey, hey. Can you hear us now?
I
Everything good?
can hear you.
Oh
I
my
can hear
God. You
you.
were talking about of all nights, our internet just went out too. Our Wi-Fi, boom. TV's
No.
locked. computer wouldn't go on the whole nine. Like
Oh
5 minutes before we jumped in. So forgive us. We are on a cell phone. Let us pray that the digital gods give us grace and get us through the
no.
show. But we're here. We're here. And
Yes.
thank you so much. How
Yes.
you doing tonight,
I'm
girl?
doing good. I love y'all little your aprons. Look at
Yeah, yeah.
y'all.
Cooking with two dope chicks. Cooking
Okay,
with
I
two dope chicks.
love it.
Yeah, yeah. That's the attire for the show.
Oh, I
So
love it. Oh,
because we love our guests that'll be on the show, and our guests will be helping with cooking their own favorite dish as we
mhm.
dish the tea. They'll
Okay.
get an apron just to use. They ain't
Oh,
getting an apron to have. They can buy one if they want, but they'll get an apron to use
I
as
love
we dish
it.
the dish and cook the dishes and dish the dish.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Sassy, when I ran the ad and when I first saw it, when Danny sent it to me, girl, I was in tears because you was so shocked when she said a gift. You're like, what? I,
Yeah, it was quite a. All of it was.
oh, that is
So,
so
yeah,
wonderful. That is
absolutely.
so
I
cool
was
that y'all
surprised.
yeah, y'all cooking
Mhm,
together. I love
mhm.
it. I love
Yeah,
it. So let me ask this question. Inquiring minds want to know.
Okay.
What made y'all decide to cook? Like, what is your journey? Did you wake up and say, I'm gonna be a cook? Like, tell me your side, your story, Danny, and yours as well, Sassy.
You want to go first?
well, I just cooked. I've been cooking. My mother was a cook, and my mother
Okay.
had a restaurant. So, with that being said, I was kind of her sous chef as well.
Aw.
And I just always cooked with my mother. My mother was an amazing cook, self-taught, and she did everything from scratch. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So like some of the stuff that sometimes when I cut corners, I say to myself, my mother would shake her head at me right now, you know. And but sometimes, I just cut corners because I'm tired.
Yes.
And from me working and everything like that. And the one thing that I always think about when I do it is spaghetti because she always made her spaghetti sauce from scratch and everything like that. And
Ooh.
I'll dress up a jar. I will dress up a jar.
I know
So
that's it.
yeah, when I that's like mainly the one thing when I make, I think of her. I was like she's
Aw.
shaking her head. But that's how I started cooking, from my mom.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
she cooked it all. She wasn't just a soul food cooker.
Okay.
She cooked everything. I had an uncle who was Chinese who taught my mother how to make quite a few Chinese dishes.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so and I mean she made it from scratch,
Wow.
yeah. And that's because my uncle taught her. And she made just a lot of different things. It wasn't just the everyday collard greens, mac and cheese, and
Mhm.
she did Italian, she did Chinese, she
Wow.
did different types of stews, and all from
Mm.
scratch. So that's where I got my cooking skills from, my mom. To
Oh, I
be
love
honest,
it.
yes.
I love
Mhm.
it. Danny, what's your story, girl? What? Because y'all, by the way, Danny was on the show before. She's an author too, okay? Girl is
Mhm.
bad. She's a chef and an author. Woo!
Well, don't forget, I'm a deacon. I'm ordained. I could eulogize you and I could bury you. I just can't commit you to the ground. So
Oh, you
yes,
go,
yes. So
girl.
I wear many hats, but my cooking story basically started off. You know a little bit of my story, and your listeners, or should I say your posse that follows you from before when I came on, that heard a little bit about my story. When I was younger, I come from a place of trauma, but my though my mom was born and raised in New York, her parents were from Florida and Georgia.
Okay.
So yeah, she she did everything. Everything was scratch, but being a mulatto child, she got the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? That corned beef and cabbage was popping.
Mm.
But while I was younger and they were doing what they were doing in the kitchen, I was busy trying to run the street to get away from the trauma. But when I did come home, what they didn't realize is I was watching every move in the kitchen that they were
Mm.
doing. And like it was funny when you asked me for recipes. We most black people will tell you, and it's except for professionals or culinary trained people. For the most part, when you from the South or when you from a lineage of cooking folk, we don't write recipes down. The ancestors tell us, yo, that's enough or that's too much. So put that with this in order to, calm that down. So what I would do is because I only have two recipes that my mom actually wrote out for me. And this was right
Okay.
before she passed away, right?
Aw.
But what I was doing when I would come home and I'd be coming down off of whatever cloud I was on out there,
Mhm.
I was watching every move that she made and every ingredient that she
Mm.
used. And because I have so many hats, I as I got older and I got sober and life started lifing, I went around the opposite way. Only that I always loved to cook, and then when my mother passed away, I had three children, my siblings that I had to end up cooking for.
Wow.
Um, it was stuff that they asked me, could I cook? And they didn't think I could, but I could because
Wow.
I watched everything. And then after, several years of, being in the mental health and substance abuse field, and then having, getting tired of that field, and then having God just kind of take it away from me, as far as wanting to be the best counselor and mental health professional. It just became too much because the system is not made for mental health professionals or for, the recidivism in jail and institutions is
Mm-hmm.
made that way by design.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have you come back through my doors, I don't get money. So I get
Ah.
paid every time you come back through this door. So,
Mm-hmm.
but what I realized at a certain point was, I've always loved to cook. And I went on my own health journey in 2012, and I decided to start Sandy Apples after watching my mother and my grandmother die of complications due to morbid obesity.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. Because back in the day, back in the South, we took the scraps. Collard
Yeah.
greens with
Yep.
the best green, fat
Mm-hmm.
back, all of that stuff was the scraps
Mm-hmm.
that they wouldn't use, and we made a meal out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, because that was what we were eating, and because nobody told us to way, way down the line that that wasn't good for you,
Mm-hmm. Right.
so moving ahead, back in 2000, I want to say 12, 13, I knew an older couple and they were doing a Valentine's Day and they were like, wow, we would love to, just have somebody come by and make us a meal. We want to bring the spice
Aw.
back into our life. And I said, you know what? Because I care about you both, I'm going to come by and I'm going to do a nice healthy meal just for the two of you by candlelight. And that's how Sandy Apples was born. It was born
Wow.
of, you know, um, wanting to change,
From a
my
good place.
own diet. And I went by on February 14th and I made my first
Aw.
healthy meal for and they paid me royally and gave me a nice little tip. And I said, you know what? I love to cook and I could get paid for cooking. And then, I started my business and then I went to culinary school after the fact. So that's how that took
Awesome. I
yeah.
love it. I love it,
Mhm.
ladies. You got the viewers, Richard saying he already at the back door with his fork, let me in.
Whenever
So
you there, baby, we got a healthy. I mean, we could cook the yuck because we do. Believe me, we do all of the
yeah.
macaroni and shit. You see, to put up some of them
No,
pictures
I
for
was
us.
just getting ready. I was just getting ready to bring that up right now. That
Mhm. Yeah.
this is some of the good food for your soul that they make.
Mhm,
I mean, that looks
mhm.
amazing. Like
You
I
know,
cannot wait for
beer
Thanksgiving.
battered shrimp, macaroni and cheese,
Yes,
deep
yes,
deep
ma'am.
fried corn and onion filled hush puppies. I mean, we gets down.
Yes.
But as you also see, there's a cucumber salad there. We have,
Here we
you know,
go.
the greens that we take the meat
Yes.
out of to make it more healthy. And you know, we make certain things that you wouldn't even know are vegan dishes or vegetarian dishes because, you know,
Mm.
we substitute, we've learned how to substitute stuff for our own, you know,
Yes.
personal health journey and, you know, healing, you know, some of the things that, you know, almost took us out of here because we had lived so long on eating the yuck, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's amazing. You know, when I had my episode, the doctor, I said, "What can I eat?" And the doctor said, "Anything that don't taste good." I said, "What?"
mhm. And
Wait
that's
a
not
minute.
even true anymore. You know, vegan and vegetarian dishes have come. I mean, back in the day, yeah, when we first started experimenting with tofus and different stuff, it was
Mhm.
like you were eating a piece of wood with a piece of cardboard on top,
Right,
right?
right.
But it has come so far, far from that. Like, you know, Impossible Burgers, Beyond Burgers, you know,
Mm.
vegan mac and cheese, vegetarian dish, and they really I what was it? What was the first thing we had? Impossible Burger, right?
Mhm.
Everybody was remember when the
Mm.
Impossible Burger craze first came out. Everyone was like, oh, Burger King has them, Burger King has them. And I'm like, impossible, my behind. Let me go check for myself. And
No, yeah,
literally, that
Wow.
burger you could not tell me was
it's
not
not a regular
a
burger.
regular meat burger.
Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow, that is so amazing. And you know,
Mhm.
with the holidays right around the corner, you know, I always say
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
got you gotta cheat a little bit. Just
Oh
a
yeah.
little
Hmm.
just a little.
Hmm.
Tell me
We
Absolutely.
about
do that.
this. Tell me about this fried turkey, Danny. Girl, now that you gotta have skills to get that thing perfect. Ooh-wee.
Well,
Tell me
first
about
of
that.
all, you got to be very careful with frying turkey. Number
Mhm.
one,
Mhm.
because fried turkey could burn you up in your whole daggone house.
Ooh.
Um, Turkeys are very heavy. Number one, and you need a lot of grease, preferably peanut oil or a uh, for people who are allergic to nuts. Um, what's the other word?
Canola.
Canola oil or
Mhm.
peanut
Mm.
oil. You have to forgive me. I blank a little bit because,
You
as
have
you
to get
know,
a oil that doesn't burn
yeah, that
fast.
doesn't burn fast because
Okay.
you want to keep that baby in that oil frying for a good 50 to 110 minutes. Like you're gonna
Wow.
fry it in order to get that inner breast to 170, 175. Because of course
Mm.
with now I'm gonna get with my technical part. You know, with any poultry that you're cooking, you want to get that inner temperature to over 170 degrees, 175 degrees, or
Mm.
you're going to be eating a piece of raw pink meat.
Ooh, yeah. Now, what kind of seasonings do you use? Do you use the traditional Lowry's or what kind of
Mhm.
seasonings do you put on
And
it?
you know that's the one season we do not
We don't
use.
use Lowry's.
Really?
No,
We do
yeah,
not.
Oh,
because of
wow.
the salt.
Yeah, the
Because
salt
the
intake.
sodium
Yeah,
is very high in
yeah.
Lowry's. Although they have some that is less salt, so it
Mhm.
says,
Hmm.
but it's still salty, has a salty
Yeah, a lot
background.
of sodium.
You know,
Mm.
that's the
Yeah.
one seasoning we do not use is
Mhm.
Lowry's.
Yep. But
Wow.
with the fried turkey, two things. Once you thaw it out,
Mhm.
I season my insides. I rub my outside with a dry rub, and then
Mhm.
I let that baby sit for 24 hours with the seasoning in it.
Mm.
So this way you can have it sucking up. It's like a sponge. You have it sucking up that seasoning. When you're deep frying a turkey, you can inject, you know, whatever base you want to use, if that's what you choose to do. But you lose a lot of your injection when you're deep frying it. When you're just baking it, injection is great and it holds it in. But
Okay.
when you deep fry, you're going to lose a little bit of that you know, it's just like when you get in a needle, it's going to sit right there, and when you
Yeah.
deep fry
Yeah.
it though, you're going to, it's not like it's going to saturate as much. That's why I
Okay.
prefer to use a dry rub. But yeah, we let that baby sit for like 24 hours, and then when
Ooh.
it goes in, You just let it go for itself. I actually have an indoor deep
I was
fryer
gonna ask
also.
you that. Yeah. So you do it
Mhm, mhm.
inside. Okay. Now, do you
Yep.
monitor it to make sure that thing don't go left, cause fire or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, like maybe every 20 minutes, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna temp it, to see where we're at.
Okay.
Once I put it on one side, every now and then, if you get a big turkey, it wants to lean to the left, lean to the right, and then blame it on the alcohol. So then I'll give it a little tilt so it's cooking, evenly.
Okay.
And then like I said, when you get up to that 175 and everything is nice and golden brown,
Mhm.
put that baby out and boom, perfect every
Mm.
time. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Now, sassy with the sides. Now you're going back to what you said about your mom
Mhm.
cooking from scratch. Do you make your greens from scratch? Well, you go get them, you clean them, you wash them, and
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
all
Oh
of
yeah.
that.
ooh,
I do not. I am not a fan of the greens that come pre-cut in the
Mm-mm,
bag.
because ain't
oh,
nothing but stems.
I prefer to buy the whole bunch of greens.
Cut them,
ooh,
wash
Cut
them.
them, wash them,
Mhm.
take that stem out,
Yeah,
and cut them
mm,
myself.
yeah.
And I do it from scratch. And I um managed to flavor them quite well now that I don't eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Because back then you used the smoked meat. You either use ham hocks
A
or
little piece of pork or
Mm,
some smoked
turkey.
turkey or some
You
smoked
know,
pork butt
mhm,
or
you
whatever.
use
ooh,
all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And being that I do not eat meat, I don't. I've
Yeah. I mean,
figured
we can
out
still
how
cook them if the
to
person wants it
get
that way,
them
but
flavored quite well,
mm-hmm.
okay.
without meat.
Yeah.
And you won't even know the meat is not there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Ooh,
So, but I
okay.
do my greens from scratch.
Yeah.
I am
Mm,
not, I,
Candy and
I
scratch.
don't do canned
mm,
greens
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. I'm not, because a lot of that stuff have a lot of sodium in it,
Yeah.
you
okay.
know.
Okay.
So that's why I tend to shy away from stuff like that. And then the flavor is not, it's all right, but it
Okay.
ain't what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about my
Yeah.
husband's mac and cheese? He loves some mac and cheese. Do y'all make that from
Mhm.
scratch using different cheeses and all of that?
Oh,
Mhm.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, this year we're going up to one of my cousin's house in Chell. Ooh, I'm not even going to get into what they did for Thanksgiving dinner, but what I will say is because we're pescatarian,
Okay.
seafood and fish only. We don't even eat poultry.
Oh,
It's seafood and fish.
wow.
So
Mhm.
when from both restaurants, my specialty uh is seafood.
Okay.
So lobster mac and cheese. I'm fixing a
Yes.
pan of lobster mac and cheese to take up
Mm,
5 cheese lobster mac and cheese, and
mm.
they're going to get some lemon butter honey hot honey salmon, yeah,
Ooh,
braised
that
salmon,
sounds
yeah, with a
good.
rub and
That
a
sounds
hot honey,
good.
yeah.
Now,
Mhm.
as a kid growing up, my mother and my grandmother, I would run from the kitchen.
Hated it. Hated it. That's because they was gonna make you wash the dishes. Go
Yeah.
on, girl.
Now my cousin, she's watching the show. She put this long I'm gonna read it to y'all because it's kind of
Uh
long.
oh.
She said the cuisine that Drina and myself grew up on was not always typical African American food. Her grandmother, my
Uh-huh.
cousin Juliet, and my mother always exposed our family to different foods and cooking styles. All the
Mhm.
girls in our family were taught, especially the seasons
Mhm.
that needed to be the food. It
Mhm.
was all about the seasoning and the methods, no rush cooking. And to this day, I appreciate what we were taught. Me and all my female cousins, we were all taught the same way. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Clock
that
that.
is
Mhm.
Clock
true.
that.
That is
Yes.
so true.
Yes.
My grandmother, she
Mhm.
historic. I need to throw her name out there. R.I.P. She
Mhm.
I'm from a small town called Vallejo, California, where a huge naval base once was, right?
Okay.
So the sailors
Mm.
would come into town, and my grandmother, like what you were saying, Sassy, she
Mhm.
was the cook. And so these
Yeah.
sailors would be from
Mhm.
New York or St. Louis. They'd be from other places and they would say, "Oh, I
Yeah.
want some soul food." And they would say, "Miss Juliet, can you please make me some soul food?" So they
Uh-huh.
loved her. She would make all these amazing dishes. And I
Mhm.
learned to cook from her. Like you said, though,
Mhm.
Danny, I would kind of shy from the kitchen because I didn't want to do dishes. But yes,
Mhm.
what my cousin says is true. And we still need to
Mhm.
bring that forth because the younger generation, these young
Absolutely.
ladies, they don't know how to cook.
They don't. They
Yeah,
don't.
it's this
Nah.
group that I don't follow it like I used to, but it's this
Mhm.
group I think it's on Facebook girl you cute but can you cook?
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, come on, what
Yes.
what are we expecting from a generation that don't even know how to write cursive? I'm just saying.
Ooh,
Um,
girl, you better
but
preach it.
they will Google a whole bunch of stuff and they will
Yes.
sit down and they will, you know what I'm saying? But until
Mhm.
you put that soul in it, until you put that, and that's part of, cooking with two dope chicks is not a normal cooking show. And let me just
Okay.
put that out there.
Yes, yes.
What cooking with two dope chicks is going to be based around is what we don't have time to do anymore, which is
Mm.
cook and
Chat.
chat,
Okay.
bring different conversations to light.
Uh-huh.
If our niece who loves to cook, is coming by and doing one of her dishes, we all gonna, we're gonna do the dish. I'm gonna do a dish, Sass gonna do a dish, and then we'll sit at the table and we'll bring conversations that need to be
Mhm.
held, whether it's a conversation that needs to be a guidance conversation, whether
Yeah.
it's about that orange one that sits in the White House and just
Ooh.
blowing steam off because of what
Mhm.
what we see going on around us. If
Yes.
it's something funny, or if too much salt was in that one, and girl, yeah, you broke your foot off in it, all right, almost broke every toenail off. I mean, like, it'll be slap happy, it'll be fun. It might be
Yeah.
some real serious stuff that our family is okay with sharing with, because once you
Mhm.
put it out there, it's out there. you know um we might have some of our LGBT friends that come and sit with us and we talk about how, who we sleep with. Don't look, if being gay affects your marriage, then one of y'all is gay. That's what I say all the time. And I'm just keeping it real. You
Right,
know,
right.
who I love and whom
Mhm.
and what we do in our bedroom has nothing to do with who we are as a people. You
Right.
know, certain conversations need to be had, certain conversations, certain love, certain healing needs to be brought
Mhm.
to the kitchen, on
Yes.
the kitchen table. And that's what the show is mostly about. Yes, you're gonna get some dishes. You're gonna see us cooking. We're gonna get that real deal,
Mhm.
but the conversation, the
Mhm.
closeness, the
I love
really
it.
being back outside.
I
That's
love it. I
what the
love
show
it.
is all about.
Look,
Mm.
and hopefully y'all can get some of these young girls to tune
Mm-hmm.
in so they can learn a
Mm-hmm.
dish or two. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love it.
Oh
Some more
yeah, we
comments.
bring some of our young people too.
Good.
So we can guide them through what they trying to learn how to cook. Because they trying
Yes.
to keep a man. Quickest way to a man, best way to a man's heart is through his what?
His stomach.
To the
Yes,
stomach, to
ma'am.
the
Look,
stem.
Come
look.
on, you want to keep your man, you better sit on in here and let me show you how to cook that baby girl.
Look, hubby said, fine, but can you cook? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Now, come on.
And some more comments are
So
coming in.
mhm.
Diana says, uh, salt and bring makes a world of difference in the outcome of the taste and presentation of the dish. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it
Yes.
does. Yes, it
Now, I'm
does.
not I'm not saying that we don't use any salt at all, but
Yes,
it's
right,
like
right.
we have so many other seasonings and
That
so
can
many
offset
other
it.
blends and stuff that we use because
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, come on, earlier this year I had a stroke. And
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really use salt. It
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
that I don't eat healthier meals. Stress, the stuff that you put in your
Yes.
body is very important. And though, yes, we do need seasoning.
Yes.
Oh, we season that.
Oh, we season. You
It's
ain't gonna get
seasoned.
no dry food here. You ain't gonna get no. What is that?
Well, we
Definitely
ain't
not.
trying to run your blood pressure
Right,
up.
right. You
Right,
ain't
right.
gonna get us sitting here like this
I
Yeah.
think
with a
she meant like
daggone salt
saute.
shaker. That's not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
She meant
None of that.
saute and browning. That's what she meant. That's what she meant. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. And
Woo.
Sass is she's a baker and I'm a
Oh
cook in the I don't want to give them no shine because sometimes they're paying and both are behind. But we work for a very prestigious supermarket up here in the north who's they've been around over 100 years,
Oh
and we have
wow.
prepared foods and everything is baked fresh daily. We have
Wow.
pizza, we have sushi, we have prepared meals, we have
Mm.
catering department, we have fresh baked breads, we have
Wow.
seafood, and all of that stuff. And the wonderful thing about it is that people, especially older people who might not have a big family, they come
Yeah.
in and they could buy a meal that they could either throw right in their
Oh,
oven or
I
they
Mhm.
could
love
throw right in
it.
the microwave, and we've already prepared it. And the only thing they got to do is go home and heat it up, and it's
Heat it up.
prepared
Oh,
fresh. It's
I
not,
love it.
and it's scratch made and stuff like. That's why I love working at that particular supermarket because it's definitely something to take pride in, seeing like us
Mhm.
start out with something here, and then when we made it, it's beautiful. Like
Oh.
I had a lady come today and say, I'm catering my whole Thanksgiving meal from you guys. And I said, well, God
Oh.
bless you. I'm glad
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
can afford to do it because it ain't
'Cause it's
cheap.
pricey.
But
What?
I said, and
Wow.
you're gonna like it because we cook our food. We don't play around back there. We have a whole different bunch of nationalities in our kitchen
Oh
too. So it
Mhm.
wow.
makes it. I mean, we have burritos, we have taco kits, and I mean, we put all of that
Ooh.
stuff together from scratch, and we
Wow.
make it for sale on a daily
Wow.
basis. Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
Sassy, let me ask you this. One of my favorites
Mhm.
is the sweets. Girl, what is your specialty that you bake?
And to be honest with you, it's the simplest one that's out there. Sweet potato pie.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sweet
Yes.
potato pie. That
Oh
is
my
my
God.
favorite.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna say my peach cobbler.
Mhm.
oh yes, girl.
Yeah,
Look, y'all making
yeah.
me want to get on a plane and come up there.
Whenever you're ready, bring the hub. We got a spare room.
Yes, the peach.
Hmm. Okay.
Those are my two
Now
favorites.
tell
You
me about
know.
the peach cobbler. Do you actually get the fresh peaches and you peel them and you
I
everything?
I do,
Oh,
but I mix it because
Hmm.
I
okay.
like the fresh peaches, but then I like a little bit of the syrup from the canned
Yeah.
peaches,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it
Hmm.
gives it a nice little
Sweet.
blend,
Hmm.
and then I
Mhm.
put my twist on it,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
We yeah.
And yeah, and I make it from scratch.
Yeah. We
Wow.
had
And the sweet potato. Now, here's the question I've always wanted to ask, and I've
Mhm.
tried it, and I wasn't that great
Mhm.
at it, but how do you how do you get the what do you call it, the strings from the sweet potato to not be in the sweet potato? You know what I'm talking about, the little strings that be in the
Yeah,
Mhm.
yes.
what's the
Mhm.
trick
And
to that?
how do you get that out is you
Uh-huh.
have to blend it, but
Mhm.
you have to start out slow.
Yeah.
And if you
Okay.
start out slow,
You gonna
the
break them down.
strings will wrap around
Yeah.
your blender,
Yeah.
Oh,
around
okay.
Yeah.
the two
Mhm.
arms,
Yeah.
Okay.
and you just have to get rid of it and
Yeah.
then go back in.
Mhm.
But you
Okay.
have to start slow and it'll grab all of that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Look
then
look
the
at
rest,
hubby talking
the,
about
the
blend
rest
and
will break
twist.
right down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, look at
Oh,
hubby
so
talking about blend and twist. What you know about that? No, I'm just playing.
all
That's
right,
his
huh?
favorite. That is his favorite.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, when
so
we had
excited
our
about this
restaurant open
show.
during COVID, we had our
Okay.
restaurant open, and unfortunately,
Oh,
that's what closed it down. But when we had
oh,
our restaurant open, we had a young lady that used to come every Friday. She would call ahead and say, "I
wow.
want 8 orders of peach cobbler and 10
Ooh,
orders of banana pudding." And she would drive from, what was it, Patterson?
Patterson.
She would drive
Uh-huh.
every Friday,
wow.
and don't let me have sold out. Oh my God, I was going to get a tongue lashing for sure.
This girl would come during rush hour traffic for
Wow.
all the for our desserts,
Oh
and
my
you know,
gosh.
it was
Oh my
crazy every
gosh.
Friday, every
That's
Friday.
awesome. So, you guys, as we close out the segment, please tell the
Mhm,
viewers, when is the show coming out? Where can we find it?
mhm.
When can we watch it? I cannot. I'm so excited for you guys, for you
Mm,
ladies.
mm. Yes. Women to Women TV.
Mhm.
You can download it on your Samsung, I mean, on your Droid or your iPhone. You could download it to Roku or to
Mhm.
Amazon Fire Stick.
Okay.
We will start our taping. We were supposed to tape a little earlier, but you know, life was life, and then some things happened. And again, I was recovering, so we
Yeah.
had to back. But in doing that, my documentary aired on November the 9th, Harlem, the
Yay.
making of the monster. And that's on the same network, Women to Women TV.
Okay.
Um, we want to say that should we get everything and no more lifing events happen,
Yeah.
we
Mhm.
are planning right after the new year for it to launch. Your people will know because you're going to be one of the first ones to know, so we can go ahead and put that commercial up. But by mid-January, no later than the end of January, our plan is to have it up on Women to Women TV.
I
Mhm.
love it.
Cooking with
I
two
love it.
dope chicks.
Yay,
Yeah. So
I love it. And let me just say this to you guys, to you ladies and everyone watching. I
Mhm.
love you two as a couple. You're
oh,
so
thank
Oh,
beautiful
you.
thank
together. You
you.
can just feel the
Thank you.
love and the
Thank you.
energy. And you could tell that y'all really do love to cook. Like you just talk
Yes,
about
we
it with
do. Yes, we
so much
do. Yes, we
Yes.
do. The
passion. I
passion is
love it.
there. And when we get in the kitchen together, it's like, you know, like,
Oh,
and I'm gonna say this, and I know we got to close it down, but you know, this one here is truly my sexy, sassy sous chef. Like, she is
okay.
really my right hand when it comes to the
Oh,
kitchen. She would be tired because you know, Baker, she has to be to work at 3 in the morning,
oh
and
my
she would go
God.
home,
Yes.
change out of her work uniform, get maybe an hour if she could of a nap on, come down to the
Oh,
restaurant and work for me part-time in the restaurant. Like,
wow.
literally, when I tell you, like, this here is
Mhm.
is
Oh,
is God. This here is
Oh, definitely.
faith. This here is, you know, partnership for real, you know, because I
yeah.
believe that the only way for a business to succeed is to both support each other
Mhm.
in whatever is your strength. They need to be, is their weakness, wherever their weakness is, that's your strength.
Yes.
Is to be there. You know, when I'm
Mhm.
tired, she jumps into the
Collaboration.
kitchen. When, you know,
Oh,
when I'm home and when I was sick, you know, she cooked dinner, she do this, she would, you know what I'm saying, and put everything together. Sometimes I just need her to prep, you know, and I'll bark,
yeah.
and then I'll come back later on and say, babe, I'm sorry, but you know, we had this catering that had to go out. We were on, you know, time frame, da 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 da, because I'm real, you know, but you know, it's real deal
Oh,
Holyfield. Like, sometimes she finished my sentences, I finish hers, you know. And when it
beautiful.
comes to the kitchen, she's gonna tell me what you guys might not tell me, like, babe, nah, you need a little bit more, you know, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes, oh, it's good when it don't be good. We
No.
Every chef, even cordon bleu trained chefs, have one
Oh,
bad day where sometimes it's just a little
Mhm.
off, and
mhm.
Mhm.
their customers taste it. But this one
Yeah,
here is fun, and vice versa, and
I
vice
love
versa.
it. I love
Absolutely.
it. That's
God
awesome.
is
That's
And
good.
y'all have to
God
come
is
back
good.
once the show gets going. And oh, I just love
Absolutely.
absolutely.
that. I just love look, Mark talking about
Absolutely.
Adrena tell you about her meals. Oh my gosh. I
Mm.
guess that's his
Mm.
way of saying my wife can cook.
Ah,
No, but look, that's a private conversation. I'm gonna get it out of you, Mark. We're gonna get it out of her because I'm gonna find out what's the deal. Was that a good? Was that a good or was that a bad? Let me find out.
I think it's good because he'll be like, "Oh, babe, you need to go down here and sell, sell 'em by the plate. People buy them,
Ah,
I know that's right.
well, I'm gonna look the next time we down in Atlanta. This
Yes,
time, the next time we
yes.
down in Atlanta, we are definitely going to get together and we're gonna have fun in the kitchen. We'll come
Yes.
by and we'll hang out with you and we'll cook some stuff, girl. We gonna put Mark, you gonna have more than enough, baby. More than enough.
Well, I love you, ladies. Keep doing what you're
And we love
doing.
you.
And God
Thank
has
you.
truly blessed you. And please do not be a stranger to the show. And Sassy, keep her in line now. Keep her
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, she do. She do. I don't want to be sleeping with the enemy and like no, the rabbit come to the door. No,
in
no, it's okay. Open up my partner. Oh no, no, no. It's good. No, no.
Now, I'm
Uh,
teasing. I love Danny. She is a beautiful soul. She
Thank
really
you so
is.
much. I appreciate that. And I try to be the same way today, tomorrow, and forevermore because I wasn't always like this. And God made my
Oh,
pain turn into the purpose. And the
yeah.
one thing I can say is this: it's too many of us, especially black and brown people, that's running around here bleeding out on people that didn't cut us.
Woo.
Heal, my beloveds, heal. So we can
Mhm,
stop doing that because we as a
mhm.
people, if we don't see the writing on the wall right now, we're gonna be left. The train
Yes.
is gonna leave the station and we're gonna be screwed the heck up. Now
Mhm.
is the time to band together. It don't matter. Listen, stop looking at people's outsides.
Yes.
Open up the book so the
Yes.
blessing that God has given, the gifts that God have given that person can saturate your soul. You
Mm.
don't get to judge people.
Yes.
God is the only one that can do that.
That
Mhm.
part.
Let some people heal you. Let some people show you how to forgive. Let some people bless you.
That part. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, you ladies
Thank
definitely
you.
come back and I will be in touch. You guys keep smiling and shining. I love it, love it, love it. And I cannot
Thank
wait for the
you.
show. Ooh, wee.
All right. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much,
Thank
Gillette.
you for
We
having
love you
us.
guys. God bless
Thank
y'all.
you.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't let nobody steal your joy. And we'll
Happy
Ooh,
see you
holidays.
soon.
that part. Happy holidays. See you
Happy
all
All
later.
right.
holidays.
Bye
All
bye.
righty.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
You guys are, ladies and gentlemen, they are amazing. I absolutely love them. Their passion shows through what they do. And like they said, you can't base people on what you see on the outside. And so I just love it, love it, love it. I'm so glad they were able to come on, and I will make sure to share the information once their show is up and running so you guys can tune into them, because I'm big on let's support one another. Let's help each other. Let's band together so we can grow up. Like Danny was saying, let's be there for one another. So, you all, as we close out the show, I just love that segment. I just love how they made me laugh and smile and talk about the good food. Ooh, wee. So, as we close out the show, you guys know I always say how to survive in 2025, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If that means getting your resume beefed up, if there's any rumblings of possible layoffs, what have you, if you need to save your money instead of buying that expensive bag or coat or whatever, sit on your money because you don't know how the economy, whatever it is, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And I want to leave you with this positive word, going back to what Danny said. Actually, never let anyone take advantage of you, whether it's a retailer, restaurant, business, or individual. If you're disrespected, hold your ground. Stand 10 toes down by either walking away and taking your business elsewhere or calmly letting them know how they treated you. As the saying goes, people will play in your face if you let them. Stay strong. Remember the value of your dollar. And if necessary, make your point by hitting them where it counts, in their pockets. Bottom line. So, you guys, as this holiday season, I want you please to remember this. Do the right thing even when no one is looking. It's called integrity. I want you to do one good thing for one person each day, and you can affect 365 lives. If no one's told you that they love you, know that I love you. Please stay safe out there. Have a wonderful holiday season. We're going to be back in December. We're going to do our traditional annual holiday show. You guys feed me some suggestions if I should try something different, have a different guest. Let me know, because this holiday season, I just want to be just love. I want everybody to just love on each other. This is a time where we need to love and heal. So stay safe out there, and I will see you all next month. And with those words, I'm out.